Will the Mustangs be clawed by the Wildcats? It's King against Gregory Portland next on Challenge.
Challenge Team bracket sponsors are Navy Army Community Credit Union,
HEB, Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi,
Citgo,
the John G. and Marie Stella Kennedy Memorial Foundation,
King Ranch Family Trust.
Additional funding is provided by Texas A&M University, Kingsville,
Del Mar College,
Corpus Christi Caller-Times,
Valero.
and the Coastal Bend Community Foundation.
Support is also provided by these community-minded organizations.
Hello and welcome to Challenge. I'm Eric Boyd. We encourage you to play along at home as we continue the second round in the 2017 academic tournament. 24 South Texas high school teams started the tournament, and we'll keep going until one school earns the title of Challenge Champions. Last week, the Port Aransas Marlins became the first team to advance into round 2 as they defeated the Ingleside Mustangs. Tonight's winning team becomes the outright champions of the HEB bracket. Reviewing how they got here, the King Mustangs advanced with a 360 to 80 point win over Bishop, and the Gregory Portland Wildcats beat Miller 375 to 60. So let's meet the players for King High School.
Samuel Brem, senior.
Calista Shower, senior.
Natalie Deller, senior.
Andrew Hahn, senior.
Team coach for King is Joe Wilson. Their alternates are Kirk Jorgensen and Stephen Mack. Team manager is L. Boyd. Welcome the King Mustangs. Now meet the players for the Gregory Portland Wildcats.
Dimitri Stiegel, junior.
Caleb Salinas, senior.
Aaron Butron, senior.
Ben Horton, junior.
The Wildcats are coached by Kristen McLaughlin. Their alternate is Ethan Garza. Welcome the Gregory Portland Wildcats. We begin with toss-up questions worth 10 points each, and remember, no conferring between players. Good luck, and here we go. In the Odyssey, what monocular creature cries out, "Nobody has hurt me"? King, Sammy?
Cyclops.
That is correct. The asthenosphere is part of what layer of the Earth's... King, Sammy?
Lithosphere.
Gregory Portland, I can finish. The asthenosphere is part of what layer of the Earth's interior between the crust and core? Caleb?
Mantle.
Is correct. With a length of nearly 6 feet, what kind of animal is the world's largest amphibian? Gregory Portland. Caleb.
The giant Chinese salamander.
You got it. These are all historical methods for delivering what category of punishment? Crushing by an elephant. Being thrown. King, Sammy?
Death.
Gregory Portland, I can finish. Being thrown to the lions. Trampling by horses. Burning at the stake. Crucifying. Caleb?
Execution.
That is correct. George W. Bush first used the phrase "war on terror" in what year? Gregory Portland. Caleb.
2001.
That is correct. Muggsy Stench was the driver of the getaway car when Carmen Zime robbed a bank. He was also the lookout when Babyface Moran stole a magnificent magenta Maserati. What is the legal term for Muggsy's role in these crimes? King? Sammy?
Accomplice.
You got it. Time now for a video question from licensed dietitian and home chef from Four String Farm, Kayla Butts.
Tomatoes are botanically classified as a fruit, but we consider tomatoes to be a vegetable. Which government entity in the United States declared that tomatoes are a vegetable? The Supreme Court, the President, Congress, or the USDA?
King, Sammy?
The Supreme Court.
That is correct. What is the term of French origin for the categories illustrated in these lines? Painting, historical, portrait, landscape. Film, action, western, horror, war, comedy. Gregory, Portland. Caleb.
Genre.
Is correct. What part of an adventure novel is analogous to the punchline of a joke? Gregory, Portland. Caleb.
Climax.
That is correct. The term osseous indicates something composed of or resembling what? Gregory, Portland. Dimitri.
Bone.
Yes. Only 2 nuclear power plant accidents have been classified as level 7 events, which is the maximum classification. One was the Fukushima disaster. Name the other that occurred. Gregory, Portland. Dimitri.
Chernobyl.
Is correct. Zombies play a significant role in the folklore of what Caribbean? Gregory, Portland. Caleb.
Haitian.
That is correct. This is an example of what kind of inscription? Sleep after toil, port after stormy seas, ease after war, death after life does greatly please. Gregory, Portland. Caleb.
Epitaph.
You got it. Next up, a video question from Assistant Professor of Biological and Health Sciences at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, Dr. Richard Laughlin.
The polymerase chain reaction, or PCR, is a molecular technique used for what purpose? Making a hybrid species, duplicating and/or amplifying DNA, separating DNA fragments based on their size, or digesting DNA at specific sequences.
King, Sammy?
Duplicating and/or amplifying DNA.
You got it. What impresario brought the old 300 into the region that would later become King? Sammy?
Moses.
Gregory, Portland, I can finish. That would later become Texas. Aaron?
Sam Houston.
Stephen Austin. What trope is used repeatedly in this example? I'll love you, dear. I'll love you till China and Africa meet, and the river jumps over the mountains, and the salmon sing in the streets. I'll love you till the ocean is folded and hung up to dry. Gregory, Portland. Dimitri?
Hyperbole.
It is. What sea, a branch of the Mediterranean, is closest to Mount Olympus? King? Sammy?
Aegean Sea.
Is correct. Work or starve was the motto of what leader of the Jamestown colony? Gregory, Portland. Caleb?
John Smith.
Yes. October Sky is a movie based on a memoir by Homer Hickam. Interestingly, the movie title is an anagram for the original title of the book. King? Andrew?
Rocket Boys.
That is correct. Paper and pencils for this next question. Doubling the distance between 2 charges changes the force between them by what factor? King? Sammy?
1/4.
Yes. Next up, a video question from operations leader at HEB, David Blair.
In 2015, what state produced the most corn? Nebraska, Texas, Iowa, or Minnesota?
Gregory, Portland. Caleb?
Nebraska.
King? Sammy?
Iowa.
You got it. Because Francis Marion relied on irregular methods of operation to harass and weaken the enemy during the American Revolution, he is considered to be a founder of what kind of warfare? Gregory, Portland. Caleb?
Guerrilla.
Yes. The upper gastrointestinal tract includes the duodenum, stomach, and what muscular membranous tube? Gregory, Portland. Caleb?
Esophagus.
That is correct. The Lettermen strung together the songs Going Out of My Head and Can't Take My Eyes Off You. In the musical Hair, the songs Aquarius and Let the Sun Shine In are strung together. What is the term for such combination pieces? Gregory Portland. Dimitri?
Medley.
You got it. What word completes this palindrome? Not a banana. King? Sammy?
A banana.
Gregory Portland? Dimitri?
But not, I don't know.
Baton. The other way, not a banana, baton. All right, we'll try again. How many points are there on the compass rose depicted on the NATO flag? King. Sammy?
8.
Gregory Portland. Caleb?
4.
4 is correct. The phrase tingling and numbness in the extremities indicates what part of the body? King. Sammy?
The hands and feet.
Is correct. Up next, the Valero STEM video question of the week from Public Affairs Manager at Valero, Darcy Schrader.
You might need your paper and pencil for this one. If a rectangular solid has dimensions of 2 inches, 4 inches, and 5 inches, what is its volume?
King, Sammy?
40. 40.
Gregory Portland. Aaron?
40 square inches.
40 cubic inches. Historians generally agree that John Cabot first landed in the New World on what Canadian island? King, Sammy?
Prince Edward's Island.
Gregory Portland. Ben?
Newfoundland.
That is correct. That buzzer means we've reached the end of round 1 of our game. The current score is King 90, Gregory Portland 170. Now the bonus round. When a team correctly answers a toss-up question, that team will gain control and have an opportunity to answer 3 additional bonus questions worth 5 points each. You may confer on the bonus questions, but all answers must come from the team captain. So we begin with a toss-up. What adage about life has a meaning that seems to contradict this one? There's no such thing as a free lunch. That would be the best things in life are free. The intensities of the sounds produced by a jet engine, a jackhammer, a gong, or a siren would be expressed in what units? Gregory Portland. Dimitri?
Decibels.
Yes. All right, GP. Subject starts with PH. All answers from you, Dimitri. Identify the aggressive tribe who inhabited the southern coast of Palestine and continually raided the Israelites during biblical times.
Phoenicians.
The Philistines. What is an epithet for Apollo which refers to him as the god of light and the sun personified?
Phoebus.
That is correct. What Greek mode sounds like a scale beginning with E and uses only white keys? Phrygian. 1 out of 3. Toss up. In Animal Farm, the original 6th commandment was that no animal shall kill any other animal. But later, what phrase was added to it? King. Andrew.
No animal shall kill any other animal unless there is a reason.
Gregory Portland. Caleb.
Unless they're wrong.
Okay, the phrase that was added to it later, without cause. All hexapods are what kind of arthropods? Gregory Portland. Dimitri.
Insects.
That is correct. Okay, Gregory Portland, your subject, medieval empires. By AD 1240, it stretched from western Russia through China to the Pacific.
Mongolian.
Yes. Suleiman the Magnificent was its greatest ruler.
Persian.
The Ottoman Empire. In 1453, it was finally destroyed by the Ottomans.
Byzantine.
Byzantines.
Yes, 2 for 3. Here we go, back to toss-up. The 3 principal gases in your blood are oxygen, carbon dioxide, and what other? King. Sammy.
Nitrogen.
Yes. King, your bonus card, Acts of Congress. In 1807, it forbade Americans to trade with foreign nations.
Embargo Act.
Yes. In 1850, following the success of Uncle Tom's Cabin, this act, directed against runaway slaves, was targeted for repeal.
Fugitive Slave Act.
Yes. In 1854, it created 2 new territories and abolished the Missouri Compromise.
Kansas-Nebraska Act.
That is correct. 3 for 3. Here we go. Back to toss-up. The crop in birds is an expanded portion of what tract? King, Sammy.
Digestive tract.
Yes. King, fill in the blanks. Using the waxed or unwaxed type of blank at least once a day helps prevent gingivitis.
Floss.
Yes. A Trojan priest, Laocoon, and his 2 sons were crushed to death by 2 blank sent by Apollo.
Serpents. Sea serpents.
Yes. A vacation in which you do the same thing that you do at work is called a blank holiday.
Work holiday.
It's called a busman's holiday. 2 out of 3. We're back to paper and pencil for this question on toss-up. Reduce 72 88ths to lowest terms. Gregory, Portland, Dimitri.
9/11.
That is correct. Gregory, Portland, classify the following as a novel, poem, short story, or drama. Tender is the Night.
Novel.
Yes. In Memoriam.
Poem.
Yes. The Iceman Cometh.
Short story.
That one's a drama. 2 out of 3. Time now, as we go back to toss-up, time now for a video question about the new Harbor Bridge project from Design Build Coordinator for Roadworks, Daryl Chambers.
When the new Harbor Bridge is completed, how much taller than the tallest building in downtown Corpus Christi will the support tower stand? 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, or it will not be taller?
King, Sammy.
200 feet.
Gregory, Portland. Caleb.
100 feet.
That is correct. Gregory, Portland, I will name 3 counties and you name the state. King William, Fredericksburg, Fairfax.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yes. Monterey, Sonoma, Napa.
California.
California.
Yes. Sheridan, Teton, Laramie.
Michigan.
Michigan.
That one's Wyoming. 2 out of 3. We're back to toss-up. The name of what season follows shortly in this quotation by Thomas Paine? These are the times that try men's souls. Gregory, Portland. Caleb.
Winter.
King. Sammy.
Summer.
Is correct. King, name the one actor who played all of these roles. Mark Antony, Fletcher Christian, Vito Corleone.
Marlon Brando.
Marlon
Brando.
Brando.
That is correct. Andrew Jackson, John the Baptist, Cardinal Richelieu.
Pass.
Charlton Heston. Jim Thorpe, Robert Stroud, Elmer Gantry.
Andrew Hahn.
That would be Burt Lancaster. 1 out of 3. And that sound means we're at the end of round 2. The current score is King 150, Gregory, Portland 245. Round 3 is the 60-second lightning round. Each team selects a category and may confer for the answers. Teams may pass on any question. Captains, you must answer for your teams. Currently, King, you are behind, so you may choose one of the 3 topics to answer yourselves, or you may choose the topic that Gregory, Portland must answer. Here are your options. History, American literature, nation.
Probably not American literature. What do you think about nation? Nation or history?
Geography or something? Well, history could be really
hard or really easy.
Or easy.
Do you want to take the gamble or no?
It's really
I do need an answer tonight.
History.
History for yourselves.
Yes.
All right?
Yes,
Okay.
for ourselves.
All right, we'll start that timer now. Name any one year during the life of Sir Walter Raleigh.
1609.
That is correct. What president set up the Warren Commission?
Wilson.
Lyndon Johnson. Shortly after Franklin Roosevelt took office in 1933, he declared what kind of holiday?
National holiday.
A bank holiday. All 28 members of which multinational group sent troops to fight the Taliban in Afghanistan?
NATO.
Is correct. The Boston Tea Party was the historic protest against what activity?
Taxing.
British taxation. Which English king was overthrown in the Glorious Revolution of 1688?
James II.
That is correct. Name the second monarch of the Hanover dynasty.
William.
George II. What tactic overcame the Berlin blockade of 1948?
Airlifting.
That is correct. Which German president appointed Hitler chancellor?
Oh,
Time is up. Paul von Hindenburg. Judge says 5. 5 out of 7. Okay, Gregory Portland, it is your turn. Your categories include American literature, nation, or linen.
Lenin.
Linen. Caleb, why did you get so excited about it?
Socialism.
Okay. We'll start that timer now. Vladimir Ilyich was born with what surname?
Pass.
Ulyanov. For his subversive activities, Lenin was banished to which region in 1897?
Austria.
Siberia. During what global war did the Russian Revolution take place?
World War I.
That is correct. What country enabled Lenin to return to Russia from exile in 1917?
Germany.
Is correct. During what month of the Julian calendar was the second revolution of 1917?
October.
Yes. Lenin led this majority faction to power in the October Revolution.
The Bolsheviks.
Yes. After coming to power, Lenin changed his political party's name to what?
The Red Party.
The Communist Party. Who became Lenin's right-hand man in 1917-18?
Stalin.
Leon Trotsky. What political newspaper did Lenin use for propaganda after seizing power?
Pass.
Pravda. Following Lenin's death in 1924, who began purging rivals and eventually took over the dictatorship?
Stalin.
That is correct. Judge says 5 out of 10. And at the end of the 60-second lightning round, our score is King 200, Gregory Portland 295. Now, we continue the game with toss-up questions. Remember, teams, individual answers only, no conferring from this point on. Using the wreckage of the Santa Maria, Christopher Columbus built a fort on what island? King. Andrew.
Hispaniola.
That is correct. As of 2014, 135 of the world's 206 sovereign states have what word indicating representative government as part? King. Sammy.
Democratic.
Gregory Portland. Dimitri.
Republic.
That is correct. In jet engines, what force depends upon the speed and quantity of the gases passing? Gregory Portland. Caleb.
Thrust.
That is correct. Klingman's Dome in the Great Smoky Mountains is the highest elevation in what U.S. state? Gregory Portland. Caleb.
North Carolina.
King. Callista.
Tennessee.
Is correct. The collapse of what dictator's peninsular government began with the landing of Allied troops on Sicily in 1940? Gregory Portland. Caleb.
Mussolini.
That is correct. Next up, a video question from Professor of Psychology and Chair of the Department of Psychology and Sociology at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, Dr. Pamela Brouillard.
The French psychologist who invented the first intelligence test is Alfred Binet, Raymond Cattell, Jean Piaget, Ivan Pavlov.
King. Sammy.
Binet.
That is correct. What famous speech was the inspiration for the title of William Faulkner's story, Shall Not Perish? King. Andrew.
The Declaration of Independence.
Gregory Portland. Ben.
The Gettysburg Address.
That is correct. Many critics believe the George Bernard Shaw play, subtitled A Comedy and Philosophy, was strongly influenced by the writings of Nietzsche. Which play is it? Gregory Portland. Dimitri.
Ecce Homo.
King. Callista.
Pygmalion.
It is Man and Superman. Alfred Nobel's fortune rested on his invention that involved the King. Sammy.
Dynamite.
Gregory Portland, I can finish, which involved the absorption of what explosive liquid into diatomaceous earth? Caleb?
Glycerin. Nitroglycerin.
That is correct. The time required by an organism to eliminate half the amount of a substance that has entered it. Gregory Portland. Dimitri?
Half-life.
King, I can finish. Entered it is called what kind of half-life? Sammy?
Biological half-life.
That is correct. Identify the character who appears in Tom Sawyer, Tom's half-brother. Gregory Portland. Caleb.
Huckleberry Finn.
King. That would be Sid. What book by Jacques Cousteau was made into an Oscar-winning film? Gregory Portland. Caleb.
Into the Blue.
King. Called The Silent World. New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn are Gregory Portland. Dimitri.
Twilight.
That is correct. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was created by the sculptor Phidias? Gregory Portland. Caleb.
Colossus of Rhodes.
King. Sammy.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
It is the statue of Zeus. In 1775, combined forces under Benedict Arnold and Ethan Allen captured what fort in New York? Gregory Portland. Dimitri.
Saratoga.
King. Sammy.
Fort Ticonderoga.
That is correct. In 1853, 4 ships, 967 men, and Matthew Perry arrived in what Asian country? King. Andrew.
Japan.
Is correct. What is the meaning of the root word in subjunctive, juncture, disjunction, and adjunct? Gregory Portland. Dimitri.
Together or close.
King. Sammy.
Juncture.
Join is the answer. Wow, that buzzer means that time has expired in our game. The final score is King 260, Gregory Portland 355. Congratulations to the Gregory Portland Wildcats. They advance and become the winners of the HEB bracket. Next week, we move to the Texas A&M University Corpus Christi bracket where the Carroll Tigers face the Flower Bluff Hornets. For Challenge, I'm Eric Boyd. Thank you for watching and good night.
This has been a production of KEDT, your community-owned station.
Challenge Team bracket sponsors are Navy Army Community Credit Union,
HEB,
Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi.
Citgo,
The John G. and Marie Stella Kennedy Memorial Foundation,
King Ranch Family Trust.
Additional funding is provided by Texas A&M University, Kingsville,
Del Mar College,
Corpus Christi Caller-Times,
Valero.
and the Coastal Bend Community Foundation.
Support is also provided by these community-minded organizations.